is no option. Everyone is coming to our meeting today. Yeah, Reaksmey, Vayu, Volida, and Channy.
Thank you, Secretary. Okay, now let's start our meeting. You know, our country is in advance and developing many highly competitive business. And in the meantime, I also have an idea to open a business too. And so I decided to invite all of you to come to this meeting today to work on these issues. And at the same time, I choose to open the coffee shop. And the reason why I chose this because in Cambodia, the growing number of the coffee drinkers are many. No matter they are young or old, they are all buying at this product. So according to my opinion, I want all of you to make a case-by-case decision. And the first problem is we should manage our business by sole trader or partnership. Please enjoy solving this problem and sharing your ideas.
The opening of coffee shop is a good idea because it fits for environment and it's also my hobby. So the problem I think we should doing business by sole trader because it gives us a lot of benefit. Women that you are able who are maintain control of the business. It is easy to change to our legal structure later. It's a constant change. On the other hand, sole trader remain all the profit of business.
Yeah, I see your point, but sole trader subject to unlimited and start up cost ahead. Is it often difficult to refinance to fund a business?
Action or the decision must be made by sole traders. There is no idea for help from others and also facing high risk. So the success or failure of the business rests on one person. For me, I suggest you to choose the partnership because you will have two heads or more better than one. Your business is easy to establish and start at costs are low. You will have better borrowing capacity and more capital is available for the business.
I have no idea, but I think it by you. We should choose the partnership for our business. Okay, well, of course, thank you very much for giving me your idea to join in the first problem. And all of your ideas are good, but here I would like to choose Vayu idea is partnership. So Vayu, you have to prepare a good document about the condition of the partnership and give it back to me on the Tuesday morning. I will check it again. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then we are dealing with the second problem is related to the company's capital to invest, which means that which way should we do to get more budget? Borrowing money from the families or sell our 40% of the company into the venture capitalists? Okay, here in this problem, I would like to add more that what kind of business is good for us to open the coffee shop, an existing business or start up? You can raise a comment step by step.
I think we should choose start up business because it time that manager or employee the opportunity to express themselves and get a good experience and also give a strong.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Keep in mind that not every business in the market is a good prospect. The startup business you will invest a lot of money. You will face highly success is going to total on you and your business talent, and that's why your business remain uncertain and nothing can be taken for granted. Moreover, delay profitability where the market are not already to be established and it may longer to become profitable. So we should choose the existing business because it will have finance history with your own ideas of the expect and can make it easy to secure loan and attract investor, staff, employee, equipment, customer, existing employee, and manager. They have experience so they can have share.
Moreover, the capital to be invested is 40,000 baht, which we do not need to borrow from families who are travelers. So we're going to share to partnership and invest until the maturity that just deliver and dividend to them.
And the market for our product or service is already established.
Yes, I think so. It is a great idea, so we should try to do that. As I would like you to do on this problem is focus on the capital analysis and select the existing business. So you have to prepare a great deal about the condition of the existing business and check the capital. Does it enough if we invest $40,000? And you will get it back to me on the Tuesday morning to the same as Vayu. Thank you very much. Okay, now we are starting to go back to our third problem. It's related to create a plan to sell our coffee. Should we sell our coffee through online or sell somewhere? Please raise a comment.
I think we do not sell online because our coffee shop will have a real home and have on our own. So the customer has know already about our product and it is available. So
Sorry to interrupt you, Channy. It is timely true, but online sale a good test of because in this model, so the majority of customer are less ready to have direct purchase, even though they do not come directly to our shop. Our product is good and good quality when transport to the customer.
do not forget that our business is an exciting business. So every customer know about our product. We just come for our shop and post it into our website. And so customer will know about our brand open. And we do not have pay for transportation service. And customer will buy directly, do not buy online like buy clothes or soup.
Anyone else would like to share?
I agree with Channy.
Okay, thank you very much. If there is no comment yet, I agree with Channy idea too. Because our business is an existing business, so we are going to buy the well-known franchise. So Channy, you have to research for more information about the advantage of selling at somewhere or selling at our own house, and you will give it back to me on the next meeting. Thank you. Okay, now let's continue to our fourth problem. It's related to the sourcing and assembly. And should we buy an assembly component locally or buy assembly and ship from the SA? Please leave a comment, everyone.
In this regard, I think we should do not need too much of it because the sourcing and assembly are by order franchise. If the franchise that come from the external Europe, it's physically come from the external Europe country need to civilize that. The source and assembly that come from component local. If the sourcing and assembly is near the country, and the concentration is not difficult to transport long time. But all this depend on purchase. If the franchise, the advantage are similar.
I also think that it is a big problem. We resolve it according to the franchise.
Well, so Samnang, I assign you to do on this problem to research for more information about the sourcing and assembly and give it back to me at the next meeting.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, now let's continue to our fifth problem. It's related to the price of the product. Exclusive product, high price, or value for money product, low price. Or if you have the different ideas on this problem, you can conclude. Please share your ideas, everyone.
There is no more difficult in it because we have to see that decision we have already discussed about to our business and existing business. So it's kind of exclusive product because everyone have right to buy the franchise if they have unlimited capital. The franchisor is a person who set price and design the shop for the franchisee, whether expensive or cheap. Determined by the franchisor. We do not need to make a sale, deposit, and franchise at the same time. Well, Lida, I assign you to work on this problem which focus on the condition of the advantage of the pricing on the product of own existing business, and you will give me back as soon as possible.
Yes, Monsieur.
Okay. Now let's continue to our sixth problem. It's related to the office. So should we have an office or not? We work from home or we should rent the office in the city center? Please write a comment. And in this problem, I would like to add that our cap location is already exists in the downtown areas.
I think if the plan of coffee shop is already, so we do not have to require another office, and the office is unnecessary. So because nothing is needed, just have the staff to have set it enough.
Don't forget every big or small business might have an office, whether it's necessary or not, even though everything is all done. When we are shop people looking for recruiting or talking with staff members, they might have a personal room for negotiating at least if we are asked to stay or elected to fill their lease expenditures every year.
Yeah.
In some, I think we should have an helping her sales office, and sometimes it can stop the material.
So well, the solution on this problem is based on Vayu's idea. So Vayu, you have to prepare on how to decorate the office and give it back to me on August 13, 2017. Okay, thank you. And now let's continue to our second issues is related to hiring staff. What kind of staff that we want? A person who has already experience or recently graduated from high school or college. Okay, please share your ideas.
But an existing business, the franchisor is recruited for us. So why you need to think about of the recruitment problem?
Even if we are choosing, we have a right to consider what type of recruiting that we want, and then we will provide this information to the franchisor. And they will be endorsing the requirement of what we need.
I think it is the best to hire newly graduates because they are smart in their thinking and they in idea are all new ideas.
And I also think we can provide low salary to them because they are new in the industry and based on their experience level, they are that expensive than professional experience one. I agree that they are smart. However, they don't have to fully professional yet, and they need to be trained and taken care of, and they need to take effort what to do and not to do. So it takes a lot of time and not industry want them.
Do not choose so much. I think it is the best to choose both types. It is good. The student just graduates can also help our shop. If our institutions are but do not choose experience, where can we go to in order to get experience? So we should all they have to apply to the recruitment of the company submitted such as good and English, good at communication and honesty. They also charge for non-experienced people to have the good capital which can sometimes be more benefit than the experienced people.
Anyone else would like to share?
I understand that your opinion is good. We should choose whether or not to have experience.
Well, Samnang, do you have any ideas?
No, Miss, I agree with Channy.
Okay, so I think we do not need to talk anymore on this problem. And Channy, I give you to find out more about detail of which of the following conditions should be recruited to be better, and you will give it back to me on August 20, 2017. Thank you. Okay, now continue to our last problem is related to hiring employee. What kind of the staff or employee do you want? A person who have already experience or recently graduated.
Let me say, we are just promotion online because nowadays people use Facebook, so the information is fast and quick. And as we do not have to spend on public through more often.
Yeah, I agree with Reaksmey too. We can put 20% of product like that into our website if done. No need to do more.
Okay, and now our issues as that's all. So before we finish our meeting, let my secretary summarize all of the 8 issues and she give you a timely reminder of the next meeting.
Yes, both. In the article, I give a brief overview of what was and regrets at work for all of you. First, Vayu. Vayu has to prepare a great deal about the condition of partnership and debate on testimony. The second about Smay. Smay has to prepare a good document about condition and of everything business and check more about the capital if we invest $40,000, whether it should be enough or not, and give back on Tuesday morning with value. The third, for myself, had to research more detail about the effect of the sale as our own house and somewhere, and give back on the next meeting. For Samnang has to assign more information about sourcing and assembly, give back on the next meeting with me. Find Lida find out more detail about the effect of the purchase on the product of an existing business and give back on as soon as possible. Six, Vayu has to ask for more detail on how to recruit the office and give back on August 15, 2017. 7, for me, find out more of the condition that have to carry employee back and give back on August 20, 2017. 8. May has the results about critical strategy of promotion and give back as soon as possible. So we divide our value in individually and make sure that the solution are delivered is the timeline managed. But if there are any unsolved issues, you can provide me with you. Our next meeting will be held on August 20, 2017. Please join us together so that we will not to have miss a member. Thank you very much.
Okay, so our meeting was closed. Thank you so much for taking time to comment on these problems. Fortunately, we are going to meet each other again at the next meeting. So thank you so much for your being here today.